If you've ever tried to save money by just being more disciplined, you probably noticed that it works great for about 2 weeks. And then life happens. You get tired, work gets stressful, someone's birthday comes up, and suddenly the plan falls apart. Here's what I want you to understand. That doesn't make you a failure. That's willpower doing exactly what willpower always does. It runs out. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to save money without relying solely on your own willpower. Because the people who save consistently aren't always the ones with the most discipline. Often just the ones who built systems that work even on their worst days. Let's get into it. Hi, my name's Obi, and I've studied finance for over a decade, and I've worked in this space for years. And here's what I've learned. Willpower is a tool, but it's not a great strategy to base our entire financial decisions around. Because willpower is a limited resource, it gets drained throughout the day by decisions, stress, and just life. So if your entire saving strategy depends on making the right choice every single time you're tempted to spend, you're setting yourself up to lose. But there's a better way. Let me show you. Here's how a lot of people try to save. They set a goal, maybe it's $500 a month. They get motivated, they feel committed, and for the first week or two, they do great. But then the weekend hits. Friends want you to go out, you're scrolling online and you see something that you really want. And in that moment, you have to decide, save the money or spend it every single time. And maybe you win that decision once, twice, 10 times, but eventually you're going to lose. Not because you're weak, but because willpower is like a battery and every decision drains it a little more. By the end of a long day, when you're tired and stressed and just want something easy, that's when the plan breaks. And then you feel guilty, like you failed, like maybe you're just not good with money. But that's not true. It's likely that the reason you failed has less to do with discipline and knowledge and more to do with the systems that you're relying on. So the question isn't, how do I get more willpower? The real question is, how do I build a system that doesn't require me to rely on willpower in the first place? And that's what I'm going to show you. 3 systems that automate savings so it happens whether you feel like it or not. The first system is simple. Automate your savings before the money ever hits your main account. Here's what I mean. Most people get paid, see the money in their checking account, and then try to move some to savings. But by that point, it already feels like your money, and now you're asking yourself to give it up. That's a willpower decision, and willpower decisions fail. So flip it. Set up an automatic transfer the day after payday, or better yet, if your employer allows it, split your direct deposit so a portion goes straight to your savings account. This way, you never have to decide. It just happens. And here's the key. You're not trying to save what's left over at the end of the month. You are intentionally prioritizing it and then living on what remains. When saving is automatic, it doesn't matter if you're motivated that day or not. It doesn't matter if you're tired, stressed, or tempted. The system runs without you. The second system is to separate your money by purpose. So many people keep everything in one checking account. Bills, spending money, savings goals, it's all mixed together. And when it's all in one place, it's really hard to know what you can actually spend. So here's what works better. Utilize at least 2 accounts, one for spending and one for savings. You can also take this a step further. Some people open multiple savings accounts, one for emergencies, one for a car fund, one for a vacation. And when each goal has its own space, it becomes way easier to see progress and way harder to accidentally spend money that's meant for something else. Personally, I use Ally for this, and one feature I really like is their bucket system. It lets you organize your money into different categories and track savings goals within a single high-yield savings account. So you can separate your emergency fund from your vacation fund without needing to open 5 different accounts. And if you're looking for a high-yield savings account, I'll leave a link down in the description below if you'd like to sign up. And full disclosure, it is a referral link, which means if you sign up and meet certain requirements, like setting up a recurring transfer or a direct deposit, you can get a $100 bonus. And I may receive a small referral reward as well. But I only recommend it because it's something that I genuinely use and trust. See, this isn't about complexity. It's about clarity. When your money has a job and each job has a place, you stop making decisions based on how much is in your account, and you start making decisions based on what that money is actually for. The third system is to save a percentage, not just a fixed amount. Here's a problem with saying, I'm going to save, say, $500 a month. What happens when you get a raise? Your income goes up, but your savings stay flat. And suddenly all that extra money just disappears into lifestyle creep. So instead of a dollar amount, consider picking your percentage. Maybe it's 10%, 15%, 5% to start, the numbers matter less than the system. Because when you save a percentage, your savings grow with your income. You get a raise, your savings increase automatically. You pick up a side gig, more goes to saving without thinking about it. And here's the other benefit. It scales with your reality. If you're early in your career or money's tight, 5% might be all you can do. And that's okay. But as you earn more, that same 5% becomes a bigger dollar amount without feeling harder. And you can always increase that percentage with time. And this is how you avoid the trap of earning more, but somehow still feeling broke. And if you're thinking, this all sounds great, but I'm still not sure where I'd find the money in my budget to save in the first place, I put together a free guide with 5 practical ways to save $200 this week. It's super easy, actionable steps that you can start taking today. I'll link it in the description if you want to grab it. Look, I know this might sound simple, and I agree, it is. But simple doesn't mean easy, especially at first, because setting up those systems requires a little effort up front. You have to open accounts, set up transfers, maybe adjust your direct deposit. But here's the thing. You do that work once, and then the system runs for months, years, without you having to think about it. And that's the difference between willpower and systems. Willpower asks you to be strong every single day. Systems ask you to be smart one time, and then they carry you. So if saving has felt hard, or if you've tried and failed before, I want you to hear this. It's not about trying harder. It's about building better systems. And once those systems are in place, saving becomes the default, not the exception. So remember, automate your savings before the money hits your main account so you never have to decide. Separate your money by purpose so every dollar has a clear job, and save a percentage, not just a fixed amount, so your savings grow with your income. These 3 systems remove willpower from the equation, and that's how you save consistently, not just when you feel motivated, but even when you don't. Now, once you've got the systems in place, the next question people often ask is, where should I actually keep this money? And how do I make sure it's growing? That's exactly what I cover in this next video on the screen. If this video helped, go ahead and hit like and subscribe, as it really supports the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.